Hello, everybody. Welcome to So You Think You Can Fanon. This is the first time I've ever done an intro, and I did it without permission, because I'm a rebel. Sergio, introduce yourself.
Hi, you know me, Sergio at Roxas the Hunter. Welcome to day 2 of /fic week.
A wonderful time in the month. Romance is in the air. There's white flakes of squishy stuff on the walls. Phoenix. Who are you?
Yeah. Who am I?
Who are
I
you?
am Phoenix, and I will be a guest star in this little podcast right here. And last one went pretty well.
Pretty decently.
Yeah.
Pretty decently. We have a markedly more reasonable one today, I think. Possibly. Hopefully. What do
Will
we
it be
got,
as
Sergio?
scarred as the last one?
Harder.
Oh.
Sergio,
So,
go ahead.
what I found, I can't remember how I found this. I think I looked up /fic and it showed up in Google. But this is a Harry Potter fanfiction. It's not My Immortal, not / fanfiction. Their first Harry Potter fanfiction. This is A House Elf's Needs by Chaos Chick 3. A Dobby X Hagrid fanfiction.
Yes, the summary is Dobby's needs aren't being fulfilled at Hogwarts. In a last desperate attempt, he seeks out Hagrid for help. / no over 3,000 hits. Oh, sir. Phoenix, you are our narrator for today.
Ooh boy, time to break out the Bren Daniel voice.
First, read that lovely author's note at the top.
Author's note. This contains / and some very strange Dobby pairings. Continue at your own risk. The author cannot be held responsible. Squicking anybody?
Yep, squicking.
What? Okay.
I'm not sure what that means.
Okay.
Squick, to cause someone to feel intense disgust.
I
Well,
should
I
add
just-
that to my vocabulary.
I was about to say vocabulary has expanded. Anyways. Okay.
Oh, I
Read
want to
it
go with the
enjoy.
Urban Dictionary definition.
So you know it's trustworthy. Okay. Read and enjoy. And don't forget to review. I don't own Harry Potter.
I kind of wish this person owned Harry Potter. I'll be honest.
I bet it wouldn't be much different if J.K. Rowling
It'd be
made this.
better. It would be better in every way. We'd probably have Voldemort getting fucked by Dumbledore in the first book, not in a prequel. Alright, Phoenix, let her rip.
The rain against the window panes, tapping on the with a irritating rapping. It was a stormy night. The wind was howling outside, whistling around the eaves of the cabin. Inside, though, the room was warm and snug. A fire cracked merrily, throwing dancing patterns of lights on the walls. Hagrid sat firmly, ensconced in his big armchair, daring socks, and, at the moment, though, his hands were still. He looked dubiously at the eager house elf in front of him.
Hell too small, Dobby.
He explained.
I'd rip you open.
Dobby stretches, sir.
The house elf said breathlessly.
Please, sir. Dobby wants you to.
He studied him, musing to himself.
Tiny might like yourself and a half giant like me. No, Dobby, why do you want to do this so bad?
He gazed up at him avidly, tennis ball eyes watering.
Dobby is an outcast, sir.
He squeaked plaintively.
Other house elves do not approve of Dobby. Dobby admires Harry Potter very much, but he needs more, sir. Harry Potter.
He looked guilty and lowered his voice to a whisper.
Harry Potter is not big enough to fulfill Dobby's needs. I hate this.
He looked horrified at himself and started banging his head on Hagrid's table.
Bad Dobby. Bad Dobby. Ow. A little too on the edge there, not directly onto the table.
Alright. Hagrid let him continue for a moment, too taken aback to react. He stared at Dobby, who was now punishing himself vigorously for grabbing the elf by the back of his neck and hauling him away from the furniture.
Harry screwed ya?
Hagrid asked, thunderstruck. Dobby nodded his... Nobbed? Dobby nodded his head enthusiastically.
Yes, sir. Harry Potter did not want to at first, but he felt sorry for Dobby, so he did it as a Christmas present, sir.
And he wasn't big enough for you.
Hagrid said, raising one bushy eyebrow. The way he looked at it, Harry's wand would have been the diameter of a pencil if Dobby considered him poorly endowed. Poor kid, he thought. Dobby.
Dobby.
Give me a second. Where are we at?
Dobby likes Harry Potter. And I'm not liking this one bit.
Dobby likes Harry Potter very, very much so, but he is wanting more.
Dobby squeaked earnestly.
Ever since Dobby is freed, he only has his hands to keep him busy, except for Christmases.
Nothing else, eh, Dobby?
Hagrid asked. Dobby looked embarrassed and tugged at the tea cozy perched on his head.
Dobby is using Professor Dumbledore's wand sometimes.
He acknowledged guiltily. Hagrid, who had just taken a gulp of tea, choked and spat it out.
Dumbledore's wand?
Yes, sir, Dumbledore has a very big wand.
Dobby said. Hagrid coughed, a blush rising up his tangled beard.
Here now, Dobby. When you say his wand, do you mean his real wand? The one he does magic with?
Dobby seemed puzzled for a few seconds, then nodded so hard his bat-like ears flapped against his skull.
Yes, sir. Professor Dumbledore is doing great magic with his wand.
He squeaked.
But that's not... I didn't... never mind.
Hagrid muttered, trying desperately not to think about the house elf's words. Images of Dumbledore and Dobby kept floating up, more to distract himself than to please Dobby. He stood up and put his cup down.
All right, Dobby. Bend over and drop your shorts.
It's just... Alright. I guess. Bend over.
All right. Very quickly acquiesces.
He said, resigning himself to the inevitable. After all, if Harry had done it. Dobby's eyes filled with tears of joy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dobby has been so lonely.
He hastened to comply, turning around and presenting Hagrid with a bare posterior. Hagrid groaned at the sight. It confirmed his worst fears. Screwing Dobby was going to be a bit like trying to ram a baseball bat through the eye of a needle. A limp baseball bat, he corrected silently, looking down at his flaccid member. He couldn't remember ever being less aroused. Did it suffice to say he simply wasn't an elf person? He looked at Dobby again, considering. Even giving that he could somehow fit in the elf, how was he going to do about it? Did he stick it in the elf? Or was it more like sticking the elf on his penis? Dobby was still waiting patiently. Meanwhile, the problem of having seven was growing more and more appetizing. Those he did get hurt. The last thing Hagrid wanted was to be found in the cabin, penis smeared with bits of house elf. The more he thought about it, the more convinced he became that this was not a good idea.
Dobby.
The house elf was shivering in anticipation.
Please, sir, Dobby is not afraid.
He squeaked. Helplessly, Hagrid mopped at the sweat beading at his brow. He didn't want to let Dobby down, but the elf was just too small. Even one of his fingers would be a lot for him. Hagrid opened his hand and looked at the 5 digits. His finger! He has found the solution to his dilemma. Distasteful as it was better than the alternatives, which would leave Dobby heartbroken or seriously injured. He knelt down at the elf, grabbing a bottle of lotion and smearing it liberally on his forefinger.
Where did he get the lotion?
This was on
Magic.
the stand, I guess.
All right, Dobby. Keep your
He
eyes
said
shut.
hoarsely.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Dobby agreed, squeezing his eyes shut tightly. Hagrid took a deep breath and then slipped his finger into the elf. Dobby moaned with pleasure. Hagrid found that he hadn't been lying. He did stretch. As he moved his finger faster, Dobby's breathing quickened and his cries of delight increased.
Yes, sir. Yes. 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 Oh.
Hagrid rolled his eyes and kept pushing his finger in, wanting to get it over with as soon as possible.
Me too.
Finally. The house elf came, screaming in paroxysm of ecstasy. As soon as he did.
Tasty. She wrote back.
Oh, yeah, X-tasty. As soon as he snatched his hand back and lurched out of his cabin into the storm, he went straight to the rain barrel where he scrubbed his finger. At last, completely soaked but free of any trace of lotion and Dobby's fluid, he staggered back in. The house elf was gone. The cabin looked exactly the same as it did before Dobby had came, both literally and figuratively. Hagrid breathed a sigh of relief and picked up his socks, planning to resume his darning. He sat down at his chair, then leapt back up again.
Winky?
He asked, incredulously. From the depths of the armchair, Winky emerged, clutching a butterbeer and hiccuping
Disconsolately.
disconsolately. She peered up at him hopefully.
Hagrid, sir. Winky is so lonely.
He is stuck in purgatory, forever finger-banging elves.
This is his hell. This is what he deserves.
The end.
I love how in character Hagrid is. Like, this is just literally normal Hagrid from normal Harry Potter suddenly put in this fanish hell of slash fiction.
Amazing.
I thought this one was funny. I thought this was pretty damn good.
This was pretty fucking funny.
This was pretty funny. I looking at it, I thought it had been written seriously, but no, this is intentionally supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, this is very much a parody.
Yeah, even the end note says, "Tell me if that was fun. Just plain gross. Please, please, please review."
I'll give it a 5.
Out of what?
10.
Damn.
I'll give it a 5.
It made me uncomfortable.
I'll give it a 7.8 out of 10. Too much finger banging, not enough socks. I don't think there's any necessary closing remarks on this one. This was just sweet and to the point. Well, it wasn't sweet, it was disgusting.
Well, we should probably do some actual discussion on Harry Potter, since that's our topic.
Harry Potter is weird. J.K. Rowling should not post Twitter. That's my 2 cents.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan of the. I'm not a fan of the author, but I'm a big fan of the series. As I grew up watching the Harry Potter movies, I remember seeing the last 2 in theaters. I believe is. Yeah, I saw the Deathly Hallows in theaters, and I loved rewatching them when I was a kid. They're just like, magical is no pun intended. They're good.
To a degree, I can say similar things. I watched them as a kid, like the first few as a kid, but I didn't stick
You never
with it.
finished them?
No, I watched the movies. I never read the books.
Well, yeah. I was saying, did you see all the movies?
Nope, did not.
Huh. I never read the books. I'd only seen the movies. But I can say for certain that I think all of the movies are good. I think some are better than others.
Agreed. I think Harry Potter has such a weird history with its fandom. It was one of the first mainstream fandoms. Yeah.
Yeah, as a note, as I've said before, I hate all fandoms. I stay away from them, because y'all are gross. I mean that in the most endearing way possible.
Do you remember the Potter League saga?
Potter League?
Yeah, people got a hold of the final book in the series like a week before it would reach stores.
Oh no, I didn't know about that. I can tell you that the. Oh wait, no, are you talking about Deathly Hallows?
Yeah, Deathly Hallows.
Oh, I thought you were
Didn't
talking
they
about
like
the first
spoil?
No.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, people. I think it was people from 4chan would go and drive by spoil people at bookstores. They'd get a megaphone, and this is a spoiler for the last Harry Potter stuff. Stop.
Yeah,
listening.
it was just like Snape dies.
Yeah, they would
Which I
just
think
shout
is-
out "Snape dies" at the 100 decibels, and then everybody would cry, and then they'd drive away.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of J.K. Rowling and her transphobia, as well as her needing to insert every diversity thing in the book and edit things after the fact. I also am very disappointed about her treatment of the only Asian girl at Hogwarts, Cho Chang. Harry shouldn't have gotten with Cho. I think the Ginny romance came out of nowhere, and as a child, I was like, "That's bullcrap."
Agreed.
Because I was like, "What? Harry doesn't end up with Hermione?" And then I guess when I actually saw it, looked at it, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess I could." But I feel like the Ginny thing comes out of nowhere. It's Ginny has a little crush on Harry, but
Harry doesn't give a shit about her.
Yeah, Harry took Cho to prom.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And then she just kind of disappeared after that.
If we go too much on about Harry, we'll start just talking about J.K. Rowling now.
Yeah, separate art from the artist.
I'm excited about that Harry Potter open world RPG that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Because it had been leaked about for ever, and then they finally actually dropped the official announcement trailer, and I love that as a selling point, they're like, J.K. Rowling has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Also, I'd say justice for Johnny Depp. He should be rehired to Fantastic Beasts 3. No one wants to go see that movie. It's probably going to be garbage, but he didn't deserve to be fired.
Yep.
I also enjoyed the first Fantastic Beasts movie. I thought it was real neat, and then at the end of it, I was like, I feel like they're taking it into a Harry Potter prequel direction, and they're gonna take away the focus about being a funny nerd interacts with mystical beasts, and oh boy, was I correct. Because it turns into, all right, Newt, I know you're just like a scrawny professor man, but you gotta team up with Dumbledore and help him defeat Grindelwald. And it's isn't wasn't this supposed to just be like a spin-off set in the Harry Potter universe that had nothing to do with that? I was like, no, because this names put people in the seats. Well, okay, I guess. And that was also Rowling's fault, because I think she started. Well, I think she had a hand in both of those movies. And the Cursed Child, if you know what happens in the Cursed Child, the unofficial last Harry Potter book, the play, it's so unbelievably stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
If it features like God, I'm trying to remember. I think if I'm correct, the main villain is. It feels like a fan fiction because it's Bellatrix's long lost daughter, or like Voldemort's long lost daughter. She's back to enact revenge on the Potter line or whatever. And like Harry Potter is now like a jaded 30-something working at the Ministry of Magic, and he doesn't love his kid enough or whatever. I think it's been a while since I've looked at the plot of that atrocity.
He's just kind of a bad dad.
Yeah.
But it's not the bad dad sense where like, oh, he was raised by the Dursleys. Of course he's going to be a bad father. No, it's in the Harry, why are you doing that sense. Anything else you two would like to say, perhaps, possibly, maybe?
Give me a second real quick. Because I have a few more things to say about the Cursed Child, but I would just like to pull the thing up so I can refresh my mind. Because I have so I can. Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't like that Draco named his child Scorpius Malfoy. The Malfoys have really generically evil names, and he's not helping his kid. Yeah. I can get Albus Severus Potter, but like Scorpius.
I can't get Albus Severus Potter. That's a fucking dumb name. I'll be honest.
It's Dumbledore and Snape's first name.
It's two first names and then a last name. Just name him something else for the middle name.
Yeah, so they introduce a time turner that allows you to like not only can you travel into the past, but you can change history. And then his kids go back and they stop Cedric from dying. And then that fucks everything up. Yeah, Cedric goes and joins the Death Eaters, and then he kills Neville Longbottom, and then Voldemort wins the Battle of Hogwarts. And then, of course, Albus doesn't exist anymore because Harry ceased to exist because he died. Well, no, Harry didn't cease to exist. Albus ceased to exist because Harry got killed by Voldemort, obviously. And then
the only thing I really remember about that was I think it was Austin McConnell, the YouTuber, made a video about it.
Yeah.
I didn't like his rewrite because he has Hermione and Harry being an eloping affair with each other.
Justice for Cho Chang. Harry is a man of culture. Also, yeah, Delphi is the secret daughter of Voldemort, and she was pretending to be like Cedric's like niece, and she was like, "Oh, That's right. Yeah. You got to go back in time and save my brother." And they're like, "Okay, that shouldn't have any drastic consequences."
Yeah. I think it's just funny that they completely retcon time turners for that purpose. Like, that's not even an interesting plot.
Time travel. What? Why? But like, why that though? Why not go back further? Why not just when Harry is like a kid and Voldemort is about to do his? Why not just pick Voldemort up and yeet him out the window, like the decrepit old man that he is. Like, just travel back in time with a gun and shoot Voldemort.
Bit brutal,
Although
but yeah, that would work.
I remember somebody making a very good point about Harry Potter, and that point is that because Voldemort's whole thing is like, I'm gonna make the Horcruxes, I'm gonna steal my soul away, I'm gonna live forever. But ironically, his quest for immortality makes him die way earlier than people die in the wizarding world, and it's all because his like over reliance on magic. Like, imagine if he just picked up Harry Potter, like baby Harry Potter, threw him out the window, Harry went splat. There we go, victory achieved. What, like why did he pull out his wand and try to Avada Kedavra a baby? Like, just smother it, dude.
Because my fancy magics.
Yeah, he lived. I think canonically Voldemort lived to be like 70, and people in the Wizarding world can live to be up to 150. So he just
fucked up.
He didn't get to live past the regular lifespan to begin with,
which is quite sad.
Also, Draco Malfoy was one of my first confront characters.
I think he was most people's first confront characters.
Do you have anything to say, Phoenix?
Nothing really. Other than thank you for having me on.
Yeah, that was fun. All right. Let's call it there, boys. Join us next time on day 3 of the /fictioning.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have something else spicy for you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh,
See ya.
God.